value is more than just a great price. That's why this segment is brought to you by Pick n Pay.
Well, we're talking to the elite lady winner of the cycle tour. She's 1.63 meters tall. I read this in her bio, so I'm allowed to say that. She's also a qualified chemical engineer, and she's sitting next to me, the winner of the cycle tour 2012. Ashley Millman, welcome to Expresso. Congratulations.
Thanks, Liesl. Great to be here.
How did you feel when you crossed that finish line?
Well, I was delighted. I mean, last year I finished second, very narrowly on the line. I was just beaten. So winning it this year, I was delighted, but I'm completely unaware of what was happening behind me. So that obviously wasn't nice to find out afterwards.
Yeah, tell us what happened. I mean, I believe there was a big crash in the elite ladies amongst some of the men and some of the ladies.
Yeah, we sort of came to the line with quite a big bunch. I'd ridden the race hard up front all day, trying with some of the men to split up the field, because we always know it is quite dangerous. We three different racing categories in one bunch, which complicates things when you come to a sprint finish. And unfortunately, we weren't successful in really splitting up the field. So we came to the line with quite a big bunch, about 60 riders, and I was very aware of the dangers approaching the finish line. Yeah, I mean, I was praying and just trying my best to find a good line, and that opportunity arose, and I started my sprint, and obviously what happened behind me, it was actually a teammate, Robin de Groot. She got switched by one of the men, and just the touch of wheels in that type of bunch environment, and then it just creates a domino effect. Yeah.
Now, you only started cycling professionally quite later on in life, but you've done already 7 cycle tours, if I'm not mistaken, as a social aspect more than as a racing aspect.
Yeah, well, I did my first Argus when I was at school. It was just because my mom was doing it, and I've always loved endurance sports and sort of pushing my body to the next level. So I always said, oh, I want to do it, and eventually at the age of about 15, my mom said, okay, well, you can do it. But it was really on a very social level. It's quite funny looking back now at the photo of my first August, wearing this baggy T-shirt and Fun Rider helmet, and you know, and where I've come to now. I only really started professionally in 2009. So yeah, since then I've raced it more seriously. Yeah.
Now, it's not only about the serious athletes, Ashley. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got some footage of the Premier for the Western Cape, as well as the Sports Minister doing the cycle race, and some unlikely athletes as well. So let's take a look.
Pre-dawn on Sunday, and the mother city's abuzz with 35,000 cyclists geared to take part in the world's biggest timed road cycling race. Graham was at the starting line.
Well, we are here, it seems, with the rest of Cape Town at the start of the Cape Argus Cycle Tour. It is going to be a beautiful day. It could get quite hot for our cyclists, but that doesn't seem to be dampening the spirit one bit. In fact, I think we are going to have one of the best cycle tours ever, and it's certainly going to be a fantastic day for Cape Town. Now, all that's left is for the cyclists to be put through their paces.
For me, it's all about a good cause. I set out on the Pick n Pay light bike in support of the Vilakaya Life Cycling Academy that introduces cycling to disadvantaged communities.
This bike has got every single gadget imaginable. I have an iPad built on here where I can monitor people's tweets of support. I've got a GoPro mounted to my head, to the back of my bike. Lots of snacks, lots of supplies. It's going to be 33 degrees outside. I'm going to keep myself hydrated, and sunscreen as well.
It's just incredible where this race has developed to. It's always been a tradition for Cape Town, for Pick n Pay, for the Argus, and even for our family, because it always falls on my father Raymond's birthday.
It is probably the most exciting day that one could ever have, just to watch the crowds and crowds of people and all these young enthusiastic people coming. Really, it's a day one never forgets.
I'm always terribly thrilled and excited. The one day of the year I really get up early. But to see these enthusiastic young people and the thousands out there to greet them and participate, it's really a major day in Cape Town.
To the Vilakaya kids who put so much effort and energy into their training. Some of these guys cycle 115 kilometers for fun every single day. And to see them here bright and early, ready to hit the race, it's just inspiring, it's wonderful.
Well, this has attracted the finest Cape Townians. Premier Helen Siller is, of course, here. She chatted to us in her build-up to the cycle tour. Premier, how are you feeling this morning?
Well, I must say I'm jelly legs already. I've never relied on my legs before for anything, and today's the first time, so I'm giving it a test. I'm excited, I'm nervous, but it's all great fun.
It's the cycle tour, man. Cape Town's playing along, not a breath of wind, a warm, beautiful day. It's fantastic. The vibe is awesome. Riding for a reason, beautiful gates, so fantastic.
Graham had great fun meeting up with some of the celebrities and brave hearts taking part. Pick n Pay has been the official sponsor of the race since 1991.
Very excited, my first race, and yeah, so I'm a virgin.
It's my first time, so yes, put on a smile and just go for it. I mean, it's for charity, so.
Ross, I think you've got an unfair advantage here. Do you think the leopard print is going to give you that leading edge today?
Definitely, the killer instinct in me is just going to come out, and I'm definitely going to take it today.
Reinhard Janse van Rensburg and Ashley Moelman notched up victories in the men's and women's categories.
Reinhard Janse van Rensburg, quite a tight finish, a grueling race by the looks of things. Congratulations.
It was perfect conditions today. We were hoping for a bit of a win, but not too much. But I think the rest of the guys are enjoying it out there today.
Tell us a little bit about the cycle race. It was a grueling course. Looks like the hills did their job.
Yeah, it's always a tough race. It was a bit of wind, nothing too bad though, and racing with the men it always is quite hard. I sort of always race up front when it comes to racing in a big bunch with the men, just to stay out of trouble, and try to work with the men on all the climbs to sort of put the other women under pressure, and I think it worked. And coming into the sprint, I was confident and happy to take the win.
I needed 11,000 likes to fuel me over the finish line. What kept me going was the knowledge that Pick n Pay is donating one bicycle to Velakaya Life Cycling Academy for every 10 kilometers I rode.
I didn't have the heart, and I'm actually in tears right now. I didn't have the heart to tell the team from Pick n Pay I hadn't climbed on a bike since my bad fall after the Argus. So when I crossed the finish line, it was all tears because I broke my pelvis after my race last year on a training ride on the way home. So this for me is a big moment, not only for myself, but for the team from Velakaya. I saw them out on the road. People were shouting Velakaya on the way, and for me to be out there and prove that I can get back on a bicycle and prove that I can do this for Velakaya just means a lot for me and for the team from Expresso.
So how many bikes did you raise?
I think it's 13, the last I checked before I left this morning.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think because of Liesel's incredible effort, on behalf of everybody in Cape Town, we're going to round that up to 20.
That's unbelievable.
What a day. Congratulations to every participant that braved the odds. Happy cycling till next year.
Stay with Expresso and SABC3.